Hey guys!
We're back together.
Been over a month. I'm sorry.
Don't hate us. So this past month has been hectic. I am currently in college, so obviously the past month has just been nothing but studying, and it just took up all my time, and I didn't ever have time to come over and stuff. So, oops.
So on May 24th, I had weight loss surgery done. I've been recovering from that this past month and doing a lot of doctor's appointments and just trying to get my body back to semi-normal and feeling like I could actually film and do stuff. So I had the gastric sleeve in case you want to know. But I think in the future I will do in-depth stuff about it. But I just want to let you guys know. You guys are friends, so I figured I want to be open with you on that. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them. So that's that. Go on with our June favorites. Now I thought since I was going to be recovering and having more time to read, I read a couple books this month, but my favorite book was One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I was part of the blog tour, and it was my first book from her. Let me tell you, the story itself, this girl, she falls in love with this guy in high school, and they get married and have this perfect life until he goes missing. His helicopter crashes, and he goes missing for 3 years, and she moves on and gets engaged to someone else and falls back in love, and she gets a phone call that her actual husband is alive. And
I need to read this.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was about.
Yeah. So, it's so complicated and just, oh my god, I have a full review on it. I'll leave it down below. But it was just amazing.
I don't have any for this month. Anything that I did read had to do with school. And those are never, exciting. It's like a textbook, so it's not, definitely not my favorites, so I don't have any current favorites.
So next up is movies, and that is Me Before You. Hands down, the best book to movie adaptation of life. It was just everything. I mean, the dialogue was so on point from the book and everything. Emilia Clarke, she did an amazing job on her character, and just all around it was amazing. And of course, sobness.
My pick is a movie that Nicole saw last Saturday, and it is the Hawk with Osen Gordon-Levitt. He plays this guy, I forgot his name, something Pettit, I think. He is most famous for putting a high flyer in between the old World Trade Centers in the 70s, and he walked it 8 times. And this movie's basically about him before, how he got the idea, how he implemented the idea, and how he did it. It was very interesting. In the beginning, I was like, is it gonna be slower? But it was good. The ending had us all at the edge of our seat. I couldn't my heart was pounding. But then the very last scene, I was crying. I was in tears, and I kind of feel because it does have to do with the Twin Towers. It hits harder to us, and so I was bawling like a little baby. Because Nicole didn't even see the ending because she had to go home, so I texted her. I'm like, Nicole,
yeah. And missed the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that was when I lost it. It was so good. It was so interesting, and it was actually on point. All the stuff he was saying, the actual guy was actually saying it, so it was also accurate.
So up next is TV show, and even though I'm not finished with this season, I'm probably the only one. And that is Orange is the New Black. I'm watching it with other people, which is probably the worst thing you could do. So I'm on episode 6 now, so please no spoilers. Hopefully this weekend I'll be done with it.
Yeah.
But so far I'm loving it. I think it has been better than last season. So,
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's been crazy so far.
Yeah, so. I heard it's been intense.
Yeah.
My favorite, in honor of it ending this past Sunday, is Game of Thrones. This season, by far, I think is my, like, top season. I kind of feel like since the first episode, it's been, like, action after action. The stories of characters are starting, like, it's about to go down type of shit. So that was very exciting. And the last episode of this season was so badass. It was really, really good. Like, I was like, I didn't know what to do. And myself, half the time, I was like off from my seat. The other half, I was like in tears, crying. But happy tears, which is odd because you don't cry happy tears in Game of Thrones. You cry sad tears. I was crying happy tears, so that's a plus. Settling down from the whole Game of Thrones high I've been on for the past 10 weeks. Now I have 10 months to wait. The next 2 seasons are apparently it. Like, that's it. And they're not going to be the full 10 episodes.
Oh, no.
So, A, you cut in it short, and now I got to go do this shit? No. Not right. That's
rude.
Always number 1.
So, for music, I have nada. I've been listening to my same Spotify playlist.
Forever.
Nothing new here for me. The radio sucks, so I don't know what's going on.
But the only good thing I got out of it, because like I'm in a car like all the time, and sometimes I don't feel like hooking up my cell phone. It's a lot of work. But my favorite song that I pretty much had been listening to nonstop is "Cheap Thrills" by Sia. But I only like the version that has Sean Paul in it. The other one's okay, but I kind of feel like he, adds an extra Sean Paul flavor. I love Sean Paul. I mean, come on, Sean Paul, hello.
I did when I was like 10, and then I just can't with him.
Nah, he still got it. It's like he's good. He's good when he's on somebody else's song. Like, he, adds to it, but his part in this is great. So I'm like, can't get out of my head.
Next up is favorite YouTuber. Mine has definitely been, probably none of you know who she is, unless you're a vegan, I think. And that is Mommy Tang. I know AC knows what this is. Mukbang. Yeah. So
when Nicole told me what this was,
it started out in Korea. Just look it up, you'll know. But I don't really like those. I like the ones where they cook and it's more of like a cooking show, and then they just like eat and like talk shit and stuff. So what I like about her is that like she is hilarious, okay? And she does like really good vegan food. And she does like these story times, which I've been obsessed with for months now. So it's like the best of both worlds, a cooking show and a story time show, and it is amazing. And she's getting up there now. She's starting to get bigger now.
Pine is a guy everyone knows, and if you don't, how? But me and my sister have been putting him on a lot more often, and that is James Dawson. Normally, he just go on his just normal channel, or he'll like eat stuff, or he'll like attempt hacks, and he'll make insane milkshakes and cakes and everything galaxy. I love him. Like, me and my little sister will just put him on, and I'm talking about hours will pass, and it's just all him. That's all. Sometimes the stuff he says, though.
Him in the same shirt.
Yeah, I know. Whenever my dad hears some of the shit he says, he's just like, "What the fuck are you guys watching?" I'm just like, and very vulgar. The parents, I can't be hearing that. Dude, I'm gonna and he's
like he'll eat. He's like, it tastes like if I went to the bathroom and then it was a pageant show, and then like he just mixes all this stuff into one, and I'm just like, so
I love him so much.
Next up is food, and obviously like I can't pick food because I just started to actually eat food this week, like real food. So I'm not gonna pick food, but I'm gonna pick something that is very important to my diet and something that I have been living on this past month. Even though I'm kind of sick of them, they're still kind of like a holy grail now, probably forever. And that is the Premier Protein Shakes. They're already pre-made. They're 30 grams of protein, which is like super high. It's like low sugar and carb, and I just take them to go, or if I'm in the mood for chocolate, because I have a big protein, but it's vanilla, So I want chocolate, and sometimes I'll put this in my decaf coffee and it tastes good. So this has definitely been a favorite. I have like boxes. So protein. That's a mommy tang thing.
A completely unhealthy, horrible thing you should never eat ever. Ever.
She ate them in front of me.
I ate them in front of her. Look, and it's don't blame me, blame the parents, because the parents got hungry for it. But we kept like seeing, it's like on the internet, we saw commercials for it, and it was the Burger King mac and Cheetos, I think it's called. It's like a deep fried, kind of looks like a Cheetos thing, but inside has like mac and cheese. So we got those. It was so good, but so bad. So that's not something you like eat all the time. I mean, honestly, anything from like Burger King, these places, you don't eat it every day. But this is like one thing you just eat like once ever. I've had it, I tried it, I ate a lot of it, but I'm good now. You know, I have the taste. Isn't that oily at all? Because sometimes you take a bite and it's just oil. It isn't even oily. I heard people complaining that the inside tastes like your box mac and cheese. What do you want them to put in it? Like, goddamn.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it's gonna taste like.
It isn't gonna be corn plain mac and cheese, but it was so cheesy. I'm probably gonna go get it again.
And it was crunchy. Every time they fucking took a bite, it was like...
I'm probably eating it again.
So last but not least is a beauty item. And nothing has really changed as far as like hair, makeup, whatever. But I have been using this Burt's Bees Almond and Milk hand cream. I'm obsessed with anything almond when it comes to like desserts or anything. I mainly use this like on my cuticles, but smell it.
It's just like almond.
It's so good. Like, you don't need a lot, but it's good like on your elbows and your hands, on your feet, anything crackly, and
I'm all crackly.
And even in the summertime,
I'm all dry.
Some areas still are gonna get dry, and this is something that you just put in your bag. And it's also 99.9% natural, Burt's Bees. So
I'm probably gonna get that because
really
my cuticles are nasty.
Yeah.
Like they just dry out all the time. They always like on the side here. They always be cracking.
Yeah. So highly recommend this if you're looking for a good like hand cream that smells like heaven.
So my products, it isn't exactly like makeup or anything, but I have a skin allergy to the sun and the heat. So when it comes summertime, I'm not the happiest person on the planet because me and the sun are on bad terms at the moment. Whenever it gets hotter out, my skin itches, hives all the time, and I'm just not happy. So sunscreen is my best friend. I am pretty much an expert at it. Anything you want to know, I got you. It's been so hot and the sun has been like hotter that I have to put it on at least 3 times a day. I have 2 of them. For my face, I have the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen, and that's with the SPF 70. I know they say anything higher than SPF 30 is pretty much the same as SPF 30, but it just makes me happier knowing that it's SPF 70. I had SPF 100 before. That shit was thick. So I couldn't do that shit anymore because it was just like on my face, so it didn't go anywhere.
I hate sunscreen.
And then on everything else, like my neck, chest, arms, legs, anything else exposed, I have the Hawaiian Tropic Silk Hydration Sunscreen in SPF 30. That one smells like I'm always at the beach. Like I'm in Cancun or something, and it always smells fantastic. I have it on right now. And that I just put everywhere, and it makes my skin nice and soft. So, because I've attempted to put the Ultra Sheer on my body. No. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. And it's not, like, it isn't that good of a smell compared to, like, this one has a nice smell to it. So, yeah. Sunscreen's important. That's why I'm always pale. People ask, you've been outside, why are you so pale? I'll protect myself.
So that is all for our June favorites. We hope you enjoyed as usual.
And hopefully now we'll be getting back on schedule with coming out with videos.
Yes, let us know what you want to see. We want to hear from you. Yeah, so until next time,
Bye, guys.